Hi and welcome back to the Glory Days. This is episode 23. In this episode, we are about to take on Zebra in the second leg of the Italian Cup tie. We lost the first one 2-1. The big question is, can we turn it around? The fans are hopeful, Zebra are slight favourites, so let's find out. So if you're looking forward to this episode, good video, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into it. It wasn't looking good at one point. The really bad period that we had where we lost 4 games after I didn't bring in a backup goalkeeper. Goalkeeper got injured. Results spiralled at the worst time, losing 2-0 to Bayern Champions Cup. We then were unable to turn it around. We did put in a good effort though, and lost 3-2 away. And since then, we've been on a really good run of form. So 5-0, 3-1, 2-1. Jota really coming back into form. Mali breaking his way back into the team. Marshall really proved to be very useful in this league. 2 goals against Cagliari, 1 against Atalanta, 1 against Bologna. In that game we won it for a very last minute penalty. We were very lucky, however. The whole team I'm about to play against, Juventus, has been rested. None of them played in this game. In fact, we have the opportunity now to play 16-year-olds. Michelino got his first chance in the team. Looks a very promising young player, 16 years old. Plays primarily as attacking midfielder. We put him in as a central midfielder. We also got in Pizzuto, which is one of our signings, our youngsters for the future, potentially more than 3.5 star. We got him in there for the full half. And you can see that's really why we started to lose goals. Our whole central midfield was the youngsters, so they kind of ran amok in central midfield. However, it was game time. Chance for them to progress. And it's something I need to keep an eye on for the end of the season, because we're in a very good position. And let's have a quick look at the league table. So in the competition, we're currently qualified already for the Champions Cup again, which is the goal for this season. But however, we're 11 points ahead of Zebra. Lazio have got a game in hand, but we're still about 8 points ahead of them if they win that game. Get a chance to rotate the squad. I really want to see us making progress in the Italian Cup. I didn't win it last season. We did win the Super Cup, but no one cares about that. We didn't get past the knockout stage in the Champions Cup. But really, Italian Cup, I'd like to get somewhere. I mean, if we can beat Zebra, we've got a really good chance against Atalanta or Sassuolo. We'll get a fully rested team. And here's the team that we're going with for this game. Slightly different to what I would usually go for, but these guys have played their way into the team. There's no denying it. Dragowski, his form's dipped a little bit since the injury. However, we've got Baraghi at left back, Bacao and Rezzo start. Reason for that is Milinkovic is suspended for this game, but these guys are playing well. Bellerin, since we signed him on loan, bit of a surprise package. 7.32 in his games since the winter transfer window. I mean, if it wasn't for his £50 million buyout, we would be seriously looking at that. Torreira, again putting in a good shift in that part. Love to extend his loan again, or maybe make it permanent. Gustrovoli, turns out he likes to play in the Carrillo position, not the Mazzala role. Polgar, doing really well in that Mazzala position. We actually played him for a long time in Carrillo. He could do that job no problem. Performed well last season doing it. On the wings, however, surprise again, Kouame's really played himself into the team. 7 goals, 7.06 at the moment. Jota is looking fantastic as well. 7.5. We're going to play him on the left. Both of these guys for this game are going to be inside forwards. We have to bring in our top goal scorer. No, I just can't do it. I mean, Marshall, again, a surprise package. I have to really think about whether or not I just want to take him up on that option to buy. As a second striker, he's great, and Kwame's now playing on the wings. It seems to work out having that bit of rotation. All of the front 3 then can rotate. They can all play anywhere. It looks really good for us. Is he the world-class striker? Probably not, but he does a fantastic job in the league. So this is the one we're going to go with. We're going to head into this. We're fresh. Everyone's light from the match load. I have no doubt we're going to see a 4-4-2. They always play 4-4-2 against us. We switched from a 5-3-2. And here we go. It is the 4-4-2. They've had 3 wins in their last 5, 2 draws. We've been in great form. 4 wins, 1 loss. Our team's come out, this is a huge game for us. I hope that by resting the players, it's going to pan out for us. So here we go, we kick off. 10 minutes in, that resolute Zebra team still proving difficult to break down. Kwame though, seems to have taken a little bit of knock. He's bounced back from it. We'll keep him on a little bit longer. See if he can finish off this one though. He runs round the goalkeeper and he puts it in the back of the net. That's why we kept Kwame on. Pulled groin? Forget about it. He scores anyway. One of the things that I need to be better at next season is the promising of playtime, because I've promised too many people that they can play more games than they possibly can, and rotating a squad that's as good as this is difficult. And that pass back there, I think that may have been a tired. It was Kwame. He's still suffering from that injury. It was a poor pass back and Keane got in there. 3-2 to Zebra right before half time. That is a sucker punch. We're still about the better team. I hope that we can make the most of that in the next. Sriracha's got an opportunity to shine. Generally when I'm playing lesser teams, I would have him on attack duty, which seems to be proving out really well, and it's boosted his rating since we have had him in attack. He's making those runs past the defence and getting into the box and providing another threat. We are probably going to go to that if something doesn't turn out in the next couple of minutes. Jota has put everything that he possibly can out there. We'll bring on Januzaj for his opportunity. We're going to go attacking, we're going to go for it. Why not? Sriracha's going to go attacking. Changing Torreira to ball in the midfield to defence so he just holds back. The front four can go forward. We're going to go for it. So 50 minutes to go. We are now going to go all out attack. There's nothing I want more than to put out Zebra in this cup. Right in this very moment in time, we're doing so well in the league. We can basically rotate for the rest of the season and probably still not lose that 8-point lead. Marshall now comes down that right hand side. He's got an opportunity here. Plays it back to Kastrovli, who's taken down by Arthur, but apparently it's not a penalty. Still Bellerin keeps on the pressure. Out to Torreira. To Kastrovli. Plays that ball to Baraghi. Januzaj. To Baraghi again. Opportunity. Sriracha. Torreira. Can he make someone make the difference here? Not quite, and it goes wide. Zebra look more tired than us, it's fair to say. There's got to be one more opportunity in this game. Chiesa now. I'm hoping the opportunity is not for Zebra. Can they make a mistake at the back, please? They don't. They play it well all the way out to DeCilio. This possession that they're keeping. Just warming the Keane's all the way through our defence. He chips it over the goalkeeper and somehow it goes over the bar. It doesn't look like it's going to be any more. It's a 1-1. Kwame's injury, I think, affected him when he played that ball. I'm not going to hold it against him. A little bit of youthfulness in this kind of game. We don't progress. And again, I don't get to win the Italian Cup. Italian Cup final is going to be Atalanta and Zebra. Atalanta currently sit 6th in Serie A. Zebra's going to win it. I'd be very surprised if they don't. So, the original plan was to bring us back to our game against Milan, which would have been closer to the end of the season. However, we've only gone and secured the league. We played 2 games. We beat Lecce 3-0, Gonzalez, Sriracha and Januzaj. That was followed by Roma 3-1, Jota, Vlahovic and Polgar scoring there. And this one secured us the title. So we won it with 4 games of the league left over. I think we'll just move straight forward and we'll do the end of season review. So quite surprisingly, actually, considering everyone we brought in, Jota was the best transfer. 23 appearances, 11 goals and 5 assists. All those 4 were actually quite good. Retsos, Marshall and Bellerin. Bellerin was only here for a short time but made quite a good impression. His £50 million clause, however, means we're not really going to take him up on that. Bentancur, however, not exactly performing here, and checking his previous seasons, he hasn't really performed there either. Sriracha looked a little bit of a flop, to be honest, so far. We're going to keep him all season, most likely, but not really looking that great. Palacios was also spent most of the time injured. Looking at our transfers out, we can see that Nastasic had quite a good season since moving to Dynamo Kiev. Everyone else about average, not really performing. I don't think we've really missed much from any of the players who we got rid of. The best performer out on loan was our 19-year-old striker, Maximilian Wagner. Played 35 games, quite a lot actually, for Como, but only scored 5 goals and 1 assist, but his average rating was quite good. Gabriel Gori also played quite well. Everyone else pretty much an average season. So this is how the league ended up. We won it with 96 points, extremely high, and also our goal difference was really good. Lazio again fell off at the end, as did Zebra. Our home attendance is also slowly creeping up as well. It's now at 39,000 on average. We just had a really good season again. Won most of our games. We can see that our Champions Cup run was quite indifferent, and I think if we ever want to win this, which is what we're trying to do now, we've kind of moved away from trying to win the league, is that I think we want to win the Champions League at some point, and I think that's going to take quite some time. But you can see it was indifferent. So we lost to Lokomotiv in our first game, 2-1. Didn't look that great. We then drew with Arsenal. Somehow got a 6-0 result against Leipzig. Don't know what fell into place in that match, but it was a little bit of a turning point. We then drew that one game and won our next two in the group. But when we came up against Bayern were simply too strong for us. Our goalkeeper was also still suffering from an injury, which may have had a bit of an effect, but we lost to them in both legs, and we have to do better there. Our Italian Cup run was the same again. We played the first two rounds absolutely fine. 1-0 against Udinese, 3-0 against Bologna. But when we came up against Zebra, who also knocked us out last season, we lost both rounds. And the Italian Cup remains elusive. We did win the Italian Super Cup, but absolutely no one cares about that. Our reputation has stayed the same this season. It's continental. It says no new sponsorship deals, but we did actually get some since this end of season has come and gone. You can see that our annual revenue, everything has increased this season, and that is helped by shirt sales as well. It's quite interesting that Zarracho's moved in there in shirt sales, and he's had an extremely poor start for the club. So let's hope that his form picks up next season. This is also a curious one. So our best 11 had Bacao, and Bacao isn't actually the best ball-playing defender, but he's done well in that role. So he's in the squad instead of Martinez. The midfield is pretty much what we know. Torreira, Polgar and Kostrovi have been so important for us this whole time. And up front, it's good to see Jota earn a signing, even though he's only a 2.5-star player currently, with the potential of still only 3-star. He's in the team, and he makes up our front three of Gonzalez and Vlahovic. So a bit of accolades. I pick up the Serie A Manager's Manager of the Year and Manager of the Year. How could it go anywhere else? Confirmation that Jota was signing of the season. Vlahovic's Young Player of the Season. Fans Player of the Season was Bragi. And again, Vlahovic picking up the most player of the match. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and in the next episode we'll look at the transfers that's been made as we try and be that little bit more ruthless and build a squad capable of challenging for the Champions League. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.